This time on Scott's Garage, we're going to build this attractive organizer for the kitchen. Hello and welcome to Scott's Garage. New project day. Hey, it's going to be fun. We're going to make this new project here. This is from Wordsmith magazine, volume 45, number 269. And I don't know what page this is on, page 32. They have this rustic wall shelf that we're going to build. And I didn't really like that it's hanging on the wall. This is designed to go on the wall and provide storage, vertical kind of storage. But I want this to sit on the counter. So the one change we're going to make is instead of having a gap down under here, I'm going to make this piece all the way on the bottom. So it will kind of have something to sit on. And I'm just going to make these drawers a bit wider. This will stay where it is. Just move this down to the very bottom. This will be a little bit longer and the drawers will be a little bit longer, and that's what we'll do. Let me show you the problem that we're having in the kitchen. The issue that we're having here in the kitchen is that this area here with the cardboard box is pretty messy. And I was thinking if I could make some sort of an organizer that would go there, maybe we can get this stuff a little bit neater and tidied up a bit and make it look a little bit better than a bunch of junky bottles and stuff and a cardboard box. All right, so to get started, we have some oak material over here, and it's a little bit thicker than 3/4, so we are going to have to plane it down a bit, but we can definitely use that. It's just slightly thicker than it needs to be. And I think what we're going to do is probably start with these parts here. These are all going to stay the same, although this part is going to be a little bit longer. I think I have, instead of 3, it's 4.5 inches, just because this is 1.5 inches up off of the ground. So we add that. So let's cut these 3 probably to width. Then we'll plane them, and then we'll cut them to length. Hey, look what Santa Claus brought me. Some work stands. These are going to come in so handy. I guess I was good this year because Santa Claus brought me some nice gifts. And of course, these extend out, and you can bring them up. So I think that's going to be a great addition to the shop. So all the lumber that I have here is surface 3 sides. 1, 2, and 3. And this side is rough. So what we're going to do is want to put this side up against the fence and rip it to 5 5/8. So we got to adjust the height of the blade. Make sure that we've got plenty of blade thickness here. And then align it. So we're going to run it up against the fence. So I put them this way so I can put the fence out here. All right, so now we've gotten to the point in the project where we need to start using our dado head cutter. We need to cut some grooves and things like that of various sizes. And so we need to get that going. In the past, the only thing I had to work with was this, the Accu Edge. You loosened it and you screwed it and it kind of went out in and out like that. And it's missing a tooth right there. So this thing really needs to go in the museum, otherwise known as the trash. Because I don't need to keep this anymore. And we can put that away because I have a brand new Freud dado head cutter set. So here's how it works. Let me show you. Okay, so in this plan, we've got a few dados that we need to cut. Like this one right here. I think that's what we'll start with. And it needs to accept a 3/4 inch wide piece of material. So this needs to be set up at 3/4. and 1/4 inch deep. And then once we get these pieces all assembled, we'll come back and we'll do these. But I'm going to wait till I glue all that up. But first, before we glue that up, is we have to cut these angled slots in these sides. And so I've never done anything like that before. It's going to be a learning process, and we're going to have to figure out how to do it. But in the end, it provides this really nice detail here. They say a simple yet stylish cutout. Yeah, simple. Right. These magazines, I tell you, this is like really complicated to get the height and the angle and exactly where those things are going to happen. Oh man, I don't know about simple, but maybe it's simple for some people, but it's not simple for me. So what you do is you have your dado head cutter, you turn the label around to the back. We want to do 3/4, so we're going to have 1 blade A, 1 blade B, 3 chippers, and 2 spacers. So here's my thing. We have A, we have 1 chipper, 2 chippers, 1 spacer, 3 chippers, 2 spacers, and blade B. And that whole thing goes just like that. And you've got to have all of the teeth facing the same way, so it rotates this way when you're cutting. And then you have this big sandwich that's on the end of your arbor. And hopefully that works out to be 3/4. And then you use different number of chippers and spacers to get the different dimensions that you need. But that's basically it. And the whole thing fits there in this nice little handy dandy carrying case. So let's go over to the saw and install the blade. As far as a, what would you call this? Guide or something? This one's too small. This one's too small as well. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make a new guide for a 3/4 inch wide slot. So let's do that right now. All right, so we have a piece of hardboard here. This is really good for doing this type of thing. And we can just trace this out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trace this other one out. I don't want to have an error, compounding error. So if I just line this up here, now I'm not going to cut out the center part. After I put the cutter on, I'm just going to bolt this on, and then we'll just lift the saw up and cut through it, and we'll cut this exactly where it needs to be. So what we want here is we want to be able to have that completely flush. We haven't put the blade in here yet, but that's okay. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay. Huh. Actually freaking worked, man. If I just line this up with the inside of that right there, but I have to change the height and clamp it, I think that's pretty good. So then if you put them together, they look like that. Whee! They're kind of right. It wasn't actually as hard as it looked like it was going to be. Okay, so the next thing that I want to work on are these little splines in here. I'm not going to cut those dados. I'll cut those after it's glued. What I'd like to do is get this glued up today, and then I can work on all the rest of it maybe tomorrow. But if I could get this glued up, so I need 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those. So it doesn't tell you what size that is? Oh, it's over here, 4 1/8 long. So I need 2 at 6 1/4, 2 at 4 1/8, and 2 at 3. So let's go over to the chop saw and see if we can do that. I've already cut a strip of 1/4 inch, and I think we're good to go. Computer volume up. I think that just about does it here on Scott's Garage. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Ugh.